My life changed when I gave it to Jesus, and He changed everything. I experienced God's love, and I understood the message of the gospel, how Jesus died for me, and He paid for my sin. And in that moment, my life changed. It changed in every single way possible.
I remember my mentor, who used to be my maths teacher at the time, saying to me, I see the call of God on your life.
I really believed that God wanted to use my life in some significant way.
I felt the Lord speak to me and tell me specifically that He's called me to full-time ministry.
Like, Lord, really? You want me to give up my comfort? You want me to do this?
And I was one of those that raised my hands, feeling that God has called me into ministry.
I didn't know what it meant to be in ministry. But all I knew is that people need Christ.
And He just kept on saying, yes, I have called you and I want you to go.
We are so privileged to be part of a global family, a worldwide movement of churches called Every Nation. We exist to honor God by establishing Christ-centered, spirit-empowered, socially responsible churches and campus ministries in every nation. In South Africa, we strategically divide into clusters in order to have a greater focus on reaching every nation with the gospel of Jesus Christ.
How many people travel the world but miss the essence of the beauty of the people of the world? Our passion as Every Nation is to reach every nation and give them the greatest opportunity available to man, the privilege to know Christ. As a global family, our goal is to plant disciple-making churches and campuses in every nation that will reproduce themselves till the whole earth has been reached with the gospel.
The task is just clearly way too big for one person, one church, one nation, even one generation. And therefore, we embrace the Reach mandate of together we are better. Back in 2010, there was no structure, there was no plan to support this bold vision of seeing people come to salvation from every nation, every tribe and tongue across Southern Africa.
I felt I'm too old. I'm like, I can't do this. Corbin, you're 30 now.
And now I had to trust God for finances to be able to do this. That was one of the great obstacles.
My family, my parents, they said I am crazy, I'm irresponsible.
The things that hurt most is the people that are close to you. And so that was a very difficult decision, sort of going against what they approve. But again, I've seen God changing their hearts, in me just being faithful to God. And in the process, I trusted God that He would do something in their hearts, and He did.
The significant moment when we as the regional leaders got together and we all just laid down our crowns and said, it's not about our churches, but it's about us coming together. We laid down our individual dreams, our individual churches' dreams, and we said, together, we're going to have a dream to reach Africa and beyond. And we believe this is going to have so much more kingdom benefits. And this is how Africa Dream was born. With a vision, not just for Africa, but to the ends of the earth. And a couple of years later, we changed our name to Reach. And through Africa Dream and now Reach, we have seen tremendous impact. We've seen a great work being done at making disciples, raising leaders, and planting churches and campus ministries.
Fruit is amazing.
Answering the call to campus ministry has not only changed my life, but it's helped me find the purpose for which I was created for, but it's also changed my family's life.
I have seen lives significantly changed on the university campus of Pretoria and in our country.
The trust has really been built because people come to you and they don't just hear the gospel, they see the gospel.
I've seen students not just coming to Christ, but I've seen how they're stepping up to become leaders.
Baptisms and salvations and families being restored, generations from the little child to the older sister to the mother and the grandmother coming to salvation and wanting to be part of a family, a spiritual family.
Over the past few years, we have experienced a groundswell of church leaders, campus ministers, members buying into this vision, praying, giving and going in such a spectacular way that we are now standing not only united as a nation, but on the brink of the greatest season of campus and church planting in our region ever seen. We have planted churches and campus ministries, which some are still in progress, breaking the ground in Kenya, Malawi, Mozambique, Namibia, Botswana, Swaziland, Ghana, Lesotho, Brazil, and other nations, and a few national churches and congregations. 10 Days Missions has grown tremendously over the past few years, from 2010 to 2017, We have seen more than 500 people mobilized into the nations.
Having been involved with missions for the last couple of years and traveling over 22 African countries, my heart for Africa was just pumping.
Our heart and passion is to reach Africa through planting campus ministries.
The campus is the most strategic harvest field in the world. And the campus is also a breeding ground for the next generational leaders of our society. So if we change the campus, we will change the world.
And I really want to encourage those of you who have a heart for not only just campus ministry, but to see transformation in this world, to please pray, give, and go.
Our faith is activated by God's faithfulness, and over the next few years, we believe to see an exponential growth not only through the existing churches and campuses, but also the new churches and campuses that will be planted.
So we pray that your faith is stirred, that your hearts are encouraged, and that your trust has grown, so that together we do and can do so much more.
As we all pray, give, and go to reach the nations for the glory of God.